You're watching The Astro King Show. The revolution may or may not begin here. It's been only 2 months since Theresa May was ordained as Prime Minister, and already the mask is slipping. I had thought just maybe May could be a true patriot planning on delivering a true Brexit, but this week not only has she revealed her true New World Order loving self, but so have her supposed 3 Brexiteers. Let's start with Liam Fox. Front page of the Saturday edition of the Times, UK business is too lazy and fat, says Liam Fox. Liam Fox. Liam Fox is a traitor to both Brexit and his country. Liam Fox advocates for unilateral free trade, which means removing all tariffs on imports without reciprocation, otherwise known as selling out to the globalists by letting them dump state-subsidised cheap products into the UK and destroy British businesses in the process. Liam Fox hates British businesses, and you know that because he said so himself. It's right here on the front page of the Times. He was a globalist plant in the Brexit camp. Just look up Liam Fox, Azerbaijan. Globalists had a backup plan in case the British public saw through their lies and voted leave, and the 3 Brexiteers are it. Liam Fox was being paid for the Azerbaijan leaders to infiltrate the Leave side, so if they won, he could be used to trick the public into thinking Brexit had been fully delivered, when the truth is we'll still be in the European market, we'll still have no control over our borders, and we will still have no sovereignty. Globalists can't trust us to not see through their lies again, so they're trying to use the 3 Brexiteers to convince us to accept taxation and control without representation. And if you're thinking the other pro-Brexit politicians would never let them get away with this betrayal, that's where Boris Johnson comes in. Globalists now have Boris infiltrating the new Brexit pressure group Change Britain, so he can use the entire might of the intelligence services to get dirt on every patriot with influence, so when the time comes, and they're needed to, they'll all line up to kiss May's EU-loving ass. It's why May made Boris the Foreign Secretary in the first place. Unfortunately though, the globalists are aware that some patriots just can't be blackmailed and will continue to fight, which is why what the 3rd member of the 3 Brexiteers, David Davis, said this week is so important. Now Davis isn't even a plant. He's been pro-Brexit for so long I think he can be classified as a sleeper agent. But what made him so important this week was during a Foreign Affairs Select Committee, he let slip that May will be calling Parliament to enact Brexit, meaning instead of May using her executive powers to restore Britain's parliamentary sovereignty, she's going to let Parliament control the terms of Brexit and destroy parliamentary sovereignty. Their plan is to hide behind Parliament and use it as an excuse for not delivering a proper Brexit. It's why May isn't even going to call an early election. She knows that the Tories will win a larger majority and actually have to listen to the will of the people and take back control, so instead she will just keep her wafer-thin majority and blame her ignoring the EU referendum verdict on Labour and a handful of rebel Tory MPs, which after his email got leaked I'm guessing will be led by Ken Clarke. And I bet you they'll have the court rigged to find in favour of Parliament needing to enact Brexit next month. This is how they're going to scam the British people. Theresa May will come back with a deal sacrificing our sovereignty, and the media and all the fake patriots in the Conservative Party will come to her defence saying she did the best she could, and if only it wasn't for Labour and Ken Clarke. But don't buy it. Now I'm not telling you this to make you lose hope, because so long as there are true smart patriots in this country and UKIP is still around, there is hope. But to defeat the enemy and their plans, we must know their plans first. So be sure to share this video with everyone you know so they will know the globalist plan too and can help in the battle to defeat them. Although of course the globalists have a plan for our victory as well. If we actually manage to keep our sovereignty despite all their best efforts, they are then just going to keep us from moving out of the UK. Already the EU is developing plans to charge Britons a fee to visit Europe, but they won't stop there. The globalists won't stop until we're not able to visit any country, so we can't spread the truth to our fellow human beings. At the moment they're only considering fees to inconvenience us, but eventually British patriots will be treated like evangelists trying to enter China. I know it sounds insane, but this is what they want. They want to cut off the UK from the rest of the world to stop the contagion of patriotism. You've seen it for yourself in headlines. The globalists now think of us as a disease that needs to be contained and destroyed because we are a threat to them. We are the only thing that can stop them destroying not just our country but our world. We might actually have to start thinking about sneaking patriots into Europe and elsewhere when the barriers to entry start being put up, because I'm telling you, it will be like being a Christian in North Korea. That is how dangerous it will be to be against the globalists outside of Britain. But we have to do it, because we can't fight the globalists on our own. We need the entire 7.4 billion population of people on this planet to wake up and see that the globalist plans are anti-human and must be stopped. Because otherwise, I don't know how many of those 7.4 billion people will be left once the globalists have carried those plans out, but I do know it won't be a lot of them. It seems the elites have given up on brainwashing the adult population though. Are now considered lost cause, so they've started to refocus on the children. Don't believe the hype around the Prime Minister's new plans for education. It's not a return of grammar schools. That might actually create adults that could think for themselves, and May certainly doesn't want that. No, her new plans are just a sad, desperate grab for control. All May's new education reforms are designed to do is give her government an excuse to bankrupt any private school that refuses to brainwash their children under the guise of them not helping enough. If the private industry doesn't subsidise and take part in the state's mass brainwashing, then we'll have their charitable status revoked, possibly forcing them to shut down. I mean, the demands are just ridiculous. Suddenly, every private school will also have to open a state school, which makes absolutely no sense, and they will also have to provide state schools with their teachers, and yet the only thing the media has mentioned is the possibility that schools might be able to become selective again, but you just know there'll be so many preconditions that no school will even bother becoming a grammar because it'll just be too much hassle. So once again, the government is trying to erode our children's intelligence, so there'll be nothing but brainwashed zombies ready to willingly accept the globalist rule that detests them, and the media just ignores it and focuses on something completely insignificant, the shiniest turd in the giant stinking pile of shit. Well, that's about all we have for you this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to hear the truth each and every week. You've been watching The Aster King Show. The revolution may or may not begin here.